shame. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a penny turn red. Can't let that play in my head, war gaming.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Hobby Homies. We are your weekly tabletop podcast. I am Shane. As always, I'm hanging out with Churchy.
Excuse you. I'm here too.
And Fox.
I'm here too. Howdy, friends. I'm here also.
This is Fox.
I'm important. I matter.
You do. You matter to me.
Well, not as much as Churchy, apparently.
I wasn't going to say it, but anyway. Today, we are going to be talking about our hobby goals.
Yeah, we are talking about our hobby goals, and mine is to find new hobby-related friends. Applications are open. You can email me at hobbyhomies hobbyhomies@gmail.com.
I'm not telling you.
I don't know. He set it up. This is why I need better friends.
And I'm looking to escape the void, so you can help me out with that.
Yeah. Email
at
Churchy at
hobbyhomies.
Gmail.
Churchy's got a Patreon that's going to help him get out of the void. You can hit him up on churchyspatreon.com.
Yes.
Speaking of Churchy's Patreon,
Yes.
we had hobby goals at the start of the year.
We did.
And we said, these are the things that we're going to achieve this year, come
Yep.
hell or high water.
Absolutely.
Now, we've done this, I feel like, every year of the podcast.
For the few years we've been doing the podcast, we have.
Yeah, exactly. So
years?
every year.
Every year?
Yep, every
Yep.
year. And
Yep.
so it's a tradition. We thought we'd keep it going.
Yeah.
And I'm curious because I'm trying to remember. But first, I want to hear about what your goal at the start of this year was.
Yep.
And whether you got there.
Which I couldn't actually remember what it was. So,
Sure.
safe to say,
Yeah.
probably didn't achieve it.
Right, maybe.
Came close.
Okay.
Came close. My hobby goal last year was to film 5 battle reports in the year.
Wait, it was this year, by the way. Your hobby
This
goal.
year. My hobby goal for this year.
Yeah, for this year.
For this year.
For this year. 2022.
When did we do this? It
We
was like-
recorded this January of this
January.
year.
Yeah,
Start
yeah,
of
yeah.
season 4. Yeah.
Feels so close, but so far away.
It was actually, because
Yep.
looking through some of the episodes that surrounded it and listening to us talk.
Yep. How'd you guys do it?
Yeah, exactly. Every week. You guys deserve the Patreon.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do like a communist income allowance pool where we just
Yep.
give everyone 30 cents
Okay.
each
Yeah.
for listening to our episodes.
You get paid.
It's reverse ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's costing us more money.
Oh, well. They deserve it.
Of course they do.
So, yeah, it was interesting how far ago
Yep.
those episodes feel.
Yeah.
But that's of no importance whatsoever
No.
to anyone. So, yeah, what was your goal at the start of this year?
Film 5 battle reports.
Yeah.
And I think we did it.
Was that your only goal?
No. My other goal was to find my hobby self, my gaming self, to be precise.
Right.
I went full ohm.
Yeah, you went full on.
Ohm mode?
Self-searching, self-centered.
Yeah. Get the incense candles out and the
Yep.
hot rocks.
Yeah.
I went full on Gandhi up in this bitch.
Yeah.
And I think I did.
Does Gandhi do that?
I don't know, maybe.
Does he have incense? And
Pretty smart fella.
Okay. Smart cat, that one. Yeah, Gandhi.
He likes to drop nukes on people.
Oh, he does in Civ 6. Yeah.
It's in what?
Civ 6.
Civ 6, the video
There's
game.
a way you can turn him full on like hardcore aggression.
Yeah.
He just nukes every. Yeah,
was a bug.
It's fucking amazing.
And that's what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
wanted to find out. Are you the type of Gandhi that is loving and soul-searching,
Yeah.
or a nuke dropper?
Yeah, turning the whole planet to a radioactive wasteland.
Yeah, of course.
Went with
all
the
right.
ladder.
So your first goal was a collective goal, actually, of
Yeah, it was.
recording 5 battle reports.
I piggybacked off your goal because that
You
was your
stole-
goal
Oh,
first.
really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I'll take that. I'll
Yeah.
claim that one.
I guess, yeah. And ironically, we probably wouldn't have got to that goal without you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
How many battle reports then did we record this year?
I'm trying to remember how many past sex ones we did. So I've
the
done.
key, isn't it?
I've done one Grimdark Future,
Sure.
one Rangers,
Yeah. And
then-
one-page rules? Oh, like Grimdark Future. Sure,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. And I'm sure we did. Yeah, we did.
Surely we did 5.
And Test of Honor. We smashed it.
Yeah,
We
great.
smashed it. Yeah. We killed that.
So that was like a podcast goal.
That was a podcast
We made
goal,
it.
yep.
Thanks to all of you.
Yeah.
Everyone listening, clicking buttons, supporting us. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
But your second goal, did you find your hobby self?
I believe I did.
Okay.
I found I cleansed myself in the waters of gaming, and I found one-page rules.
Yeah.
Grimdark Future.
It's funny you say that because when you were talking, that we talked a few weeks ago, and you're like, I don't have an army. We were talking about 40k. You're like, I don't have an army that I identify with.
Yeah.
And then I listened to this episode where was re-listening to this episode.
Yeah.
And you were talking about, in one part of the episode, how you're a bit of an impasse with 40k, but that you hope you find your hobby self, and you did in reverse 40k.
Yeah.
One-page rules.
40k at home.
Yeah, 40k at home. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely not 40k.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not 40k, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. All the memes.
So you found yourself within the rule set of one-page rules.
Yep. It was just a system that as soon as I sort of got myself into it, as soon as I sort of dived into it, it was there. It was good. Everything about it was satisfying.
Yeah.
You know. Yet it was. Like it was just something that wasn't like it didn't feel lacking to me.
Yeah, sure.
I still haven't added some of the expanded rules to it yet.
Yeah.
You know, it's been enough.
Yeah.
Content.
And it probably speaks to the type of wargamer that you are, because you want to play lots of different war games, but you don't want to spend 4 hours learning rules and playing the game.
Yeah.
And one-page rules has simple rules and lots of systems.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that makes sense. You're even Patreon, right? So you get extra.
Yeah.
Do you get extra rules?
You get like points calculators. You get all the expanded rule books for free when you can usually buy them. So most of them are free, but like for the light version,
Sure.
you can buy an expanded rule book for like $5 each
Yeah, that's cool.
on Wargame Vault. Use the affiliate code in the description below.
So your cop out of a hobby goal was met.
It was.
I mean, how would you have not found yourself? I guess just
continuing to play 40k.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that is good then.
Yeah.
So even within that system, like one-page rules, where they have a ton of different games.
Yeah.
Have a few of them spoken to you as your main games?
Probably Grimdark Future.
Sure.
Yeah, and Firefight. I am keen to play like Warfleets, the Battlefleet Gothic version. You know, like the spaceship combat.
Sure.
And we of course played Mecha Hex. You know, the mech combat.
Yep.
Battletech Light.
Battletech Light.
And there's a few others as well, which are very appealing. Sort of more like one-shot kind of games. You know,
Yeah,
like
cool.
They're not a living rule book that is being updated. It's kind of like, here's this game. You know, here's Underworlds.
Yeah.
Which is, you know,
Yeah.
Underworld's Light. You know,
Yeah,
like there's
awesome.
a few different hex-based ones and stuff like that. But
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I do like, and you look at their Patreon, how much monies they're getting.
Oh man, and like I'm sure a lot of those people are purely for the miniatures.
Yeah.
Because they are amazing.
Yeah.
But you know, not only are you getting those STL files, but you're getting all these awesome rule sets to use those models in.
And it's only going to grow, you know.
Yeah.
Like they've
Yeah.
got, they've definitely got a plethora of very basic games.
Yep.
Some that are just, you know, almost like they've designed a points calculator.
Yeah.
And then they've changed the names and made, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
made another game.
Yep.
And renamed things.
Yeah, like all the dice rolls and everything is identical. It's like a carbon copy, just reskinned.
And but they're only going to add more and more content to those existing foundational games.
Yeah.
As more and more people jump on the Patreon and do the thing. So if you like the miniatures and the STLs, they're a pleasure to print. Their pre-supported stuff works wonders.
You've printed and you've scaled them down. You've done a whole bunch with them.
Yeah, for sure. I printed them with their pre-supports. I printed them with auto supports and played around with it, and they just always come up good.
Yep.
The only thing I will say about the STL, it's not an STL episode. We'll review that some other time.
That's a 3D printing episode.
As we are talking about our hobby goals from last year and whether we met them and setting some new ones later on, if you're thinking of hobby goals that you set yourself this year, we're curious about them. So leave them in the YouTube comments or jump in the Discord.
Yeah.
Let us know what goals you set.
Yep.
Because I remember the Discord homies set a heap.
Yeah.
Actually went searching for a few and found a few. I forget Moose set one and I forget what it was, but I'm pretty sure he finished it. Anyways, We're curious if you remember what goals you set.
Moose
what were they?
was probably get a Kings of War army done and he smashed his
Oh
dwarves.
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being that, but it
Might
could have
a
been
year before. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
please do share it with us. Great. You did it.
I did it.
Is this your first year achieving your goals?
Probably.
Just as a human?
Probably the only. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So good, dude. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm going to share mine.
Go for it. I'm actually really eager to hear how you went.
I wanted to record 5 battle reports, but apparently you hijacked that one. No, that was a podcast goal.
Check that one off.
Yeah, done. 50%, 50-50. So I was getting sick of failing all of my previous Lordy goals.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted the feeling of victory.
You had goals of like paint 1 miniature a day and stuff like that.
I think my previous goal was paint more miniatures than I buy.
Okay, yeah.
And like, do I even know me? So... And I'm glad I did that because I got a 3D printer this year. So, I mean, rip that goal.
Yep.
So I failed miserably. So I just I was like, how many miniatures did I paint that year? And I was like, not many. So this year, my goal was to paint 25 miniatures, which was a little less than 1 every 2 weeks.
Yep.
And that was my goal. I was like, if I could just paint 1 miniature every couple of weeks, it's a start. It's a little snowball that maybe I could keep going.
And you smashed it, right?
I did smash it.
Yeah.
How many do you think I painted?
At least 50.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was at least 50. It was 125 models. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I painted 125 models. In fact, somewhere I might have the list of them, but a large portion of them was my friend bought a board game that he was so excited about. And he was like, can you paint all these miniatures? And I don't know how to say no.
Miniatures. Yeah.
It was,
what's
that?
Smash that out.
Lord of the Rings. Fellowship of the Ring. Nah.
Yeah. I can't remember what they called it.
I've known what it's called for the last 3 years, but when you got to remember.
When you're on the spot. Yeah.
Yeah. So I painted 60 miniatures then.
Yeah.
So that was in my first 2 months of this year, I think.
I remember that was way early in the year.
Yeah. And so I'd already done that. And that actually got me so hyped because I was like, if I can paint 60 miniatures that quick, maybe I can one day get to the Rad Rooster level of painting.
1 a day.
Well, yeah, exactly.
365 for the year.
Yeah, for sure.
But you had a hardcore deadline. You had to have those miniatures done before Tom got
his
partner. What's her name? I can't remember her name. Bree, of course. Yep. Expansion.
Correct.
You had to have it done by like a date.
Yeah, because it was going to be a present.
Yeah.
And so they were going to open it and play it for a birthday.
Yeah.
And so I did have deadlines, important deadlines.
Yeah.
And so I just went for it. And because in my mind, my hope was what we look at and go, that's a good miniature.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do it to that standard. I could do tabletop, air quotations.
Yeah.
At just the bare minimum.
To a board game player.
Yeah.
Base coats, no washes.
Yeah.
It's like, you painted this?
Yeah.
With brushes?
Yeah. I basically painted the entire miniatures in like Cygor brown contrast paint and then like went over that with the different colors and metal, and it was a lot of orcs and stuff, and it was great. I mean, God bless contrast paints, that's all I'll say, or any speed paints. Because I was super happy with the bases too. That made them pop, gave them character. But so that was just 60 miniatures. Then there was like 30 snaggers beast snagger orcs that I did. Those look great. I love them. Every time I see them, I'm like, if only I didn't have to paint 90 to do the list I want to do.
Yep.
And then 25 Shadow Collective from Star Wars Legion. Smashed out those. There's more to come of them. And then like a few little bits. There was a Hobby Homies mini, 5 Infinity miniatures. 3 Carnifex recently, and some other bits and pieces. So 125 models all up.
Hell yeah, dude. That is killing it.
So I was like, all right, 25 was that was a cop out of a goal. I didn't feel like it at the time because I was like, 1 mini every 2 weeks. I barely paint, so that makes sense.
Yeah, 2 a month.
But when you think about like painting a unit of 10 that you might airbrush and slap out in a week, you're like, actually, if that's a week, what am I going to do with the other 51 weeks of the year?
Yeah.
So, which leads me to my next question for you. We both slayed our goals. That maybe we set too easy. Who knows? But we did get them done.
Yep.
What is your goal for 2023?
I got 2 goals.
Oh, sorry, pre-thought of this.
I have prepared.
You talk while I think of mine.
10 battle reports. 10 battle reports.
You're doubling it.
Yep.
Yeah.
that's
a podcast goal. Oh, yeah, I'll do that one too. Yeah, podcast goal.
Yeah. I just feel like, like that's like 1 a month. Have 2 months off, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It can be done.
Oh, big time. And our goal has always been to do them to like a very big quantity.
Yep.
Which we found is actually very difficult
to
deliver good battle reports.
So hard.
Every second week or whatever we originally planned.
Yeah.
So 10 would be great. 1 a month would be awesome.
Yeah. Let's go for 10.
Yeah.
And my second goal is to get confident with an airbrush.
Oh, there you go.
I've Rory, one of our homies, has graciously, quote unquote, permanently lent me an airbrush.
Yep.
Because I was on the fence about buying one for so long, and he's like, "I'm never going to use mine, at least not for the time coming. Just have it."
Yeah, nice.
And I was like, "I'm not going to say no to that, right?"
For sure.
So I'm going to set that up. Probably want to get into the new house, and then just start ruining models until I get good enough to not ruin them.
I actually think, this doesn't apply to a lot of people, but I actually think you're going to hate it.
You reckon?
I think you're going to hate it because you're going to spray these things and go, I've just wasted the last 5 years of my life not airbrushing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You're going to be painting terrain and things.
I'll spite, like I'll just...
You'll hate yourself.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
For you. You're going to see what a smooth blend looks like on a piece of terrain. And you're going to be like, and you're going to spray a piece of terrain, do a transition on it, and be like, yeah, that looks good. Was that 12 minutes?
Yeah.
It took me 3 hours to do that. Anyways, you're going to have lots of those moments.
Yeah.
But hopefully what it's also going to do is open you, and you're going to be like, oh, wait. Now those blood angels I barely touch because it takes me 3 hours per miniature.
Yeah.
I can actually do the red in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For 10 dudes.
Yeah.
Maybe I will paint them because all I got to do is the guns and the yellow now.
I feel like that's going to open up like my whole world.
It will.
Even the sole reason I actually said yes to taking it from him was for terrain.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I got some terrain there, which I've tried rattle canning, and it's just splattering and just, it's shocking, right?
Yeah.
And I really want to get some terrain done for County Road Z.
Yeah.
And I've got some houses and some buildings that I want to get done, and I'm just like, I just can't spray these. I'm not brushing it on. No way.
Not some of those.
I'd rather
Those are massive.
chew on broken glass than brush on this. So I was just like, airbrush.
Yeah. Or chew on broken glass. 50-50. Take your pick.
Yeah. Airbrush is the only way.
Yeah. 100%.
You know? So, yeah. That's... get around that, learn that whole, because that's a whole new world, when it comes to miniature painting.
It is, yeah.
I'm not a good painter by any standard, but like I'm happy with my current skills and my style, I guess, if you could call it that. And I think an airbrush will just open everything up.
I think so too. It reminds me of an episode that I think about constantly, which is pretty pretentious to think about one of our own episodes constantly. But we talked about how important it is to take hobby risks.
Yeah.
And sort of like just do it, whatever it is. Airbrushing. There's like in my mind, there's three there's three super useful, super different techniques for hobby painting. Mm-hmm. And there's your typical acrylic and brush painting. Yep. Then there's your airbrushing is the second one. And the third is oil paints.
Okay.
And each of them is one of those things where when you see someone doing it, it's because they just tried it to begin with.
Yeah.
There is no one who tries oil paints, has success with it, and goes, okay, I'm never using those again.
Yeah.
They're so good that those people who took the risk to try it keep doing it. Same with airbrushing.
Yeah.
So take that hobby risk, dude, and I think it'll be one of those things where you're just like, okay, this is a big tool in my arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
A big tool in your arsenal. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a goal. Get a big tool in your arsenal. That's your hobby goal. Lock it in there. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. I think both of those are achievable.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially when you got your new place, you'll get a little setup for it.
Yeah.
And terrain is the perfect tester.
Yeah.
Because you can test blending, and if you mess up, who cares? Terrain.
An MDF terrain kit, it's not going to...
that's it.
It's not going to be the end of the world.
Paint over it.
It's not $100 character.
It doesn't matter if you lose detail from doing another layer of paint to cover it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, I feel like my goals are fairly straightforward. Cop-outs, maybe. I don't know. But I think they're attainable.
Yeah. Well, I think the 10 battle reports is good for people that care about that kind of content.
Yep.
So that's good for other people.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
So that's not a cop-out. That's a reasonable amount, I feel. Airbrushing, when you know you're already going to get an airbrush. But you said getting comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So that means having it as a regular kit in your kit.
Maybe even a constant step or phase in the painting process.
Yeah.
Whether it's even just priming.
Yeah.
Or zenithal or whatever.
Oh,
underpainting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Good goals, man.
Thanks.
Love it.
What
Achievable.
are your goals?
My goals are to paint 200 miniatures this year.
So you've gone from 25
to 200. 10x.
Wow.
Like Bitcoin in 2012. Yeah. I feel like I can do it. And I feel like I know exactly what miniatures I want to paint.
Yep.
I feel like I got 40, roughly, maybe it's less than. Anyways, 20 to 40 Star Wars Legion until my entire collection is painted.
Yep.
And I've got the entire Horus Heresy box.
Yep.
Which I want to paint. And I forget how
Wow.
many miniatures that is. 50 to 60, I think.
I think there's like 40 Space Marines alone.
And then maybe 20 Terminators, a tank, a couple characters.
At least 10 Terminators.
At least
Yeah.
10 Terminators.
Yeah.
I thought it was maybe...
Maybe it's 10 each. Yeah, anyway.
Maybe 10 each. I don't know.
Yep.
Well, regardless, it's 50 to 60 miniatures.
Yep.
So there's almost 100 there.
Yep.
And then I've got some Lumineth for Age of Sigma that I want to paint as well. That'll take me up to 100 probably.
Yep.
120.
Underworld's Warbands.
Couple Underworld's Warbands there. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So I feel
You
like...
can get it. Plus whatever you print on the way.
Exactly. Yeah. And I feel like if I were to do those things first, those bigger things I just mentioned, that's a
Yep.
big chunk of my backlog. That's 80% of my miniature collection
Yep.
painted.
Yep.
So if I can knock those things out, that's probably the bigger part of my goal. But I will set the 200 miniatures with the hopes that they consist of
Yep.
those larger projects I just mentioned.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can see you doing that.
If I do that, I feel like I could buy anything. I feel like that's just permission.
Yeah.
You get your backlog down to that, where it's
Yep.
just like a few scattered projects.
Yep.
Oh, the other one is the rest of my Test of Honor,
Oh, yeah.
so that we can hit that a little bit harder. Because
Yes, that'd be
I've got
good.
some ideas for turning that into a campaign, but I'm not gonna. I mean, it's already got campaign things,
Yep.
but knowing what we know about other campaign systems,
Yep.
I feel like we can do a few house rules and a few fun things about taking certain areas and getting bonuses and
Nice.
anyways, cutting off
Sounds
supply
fun.
chain, things like that.
Sounds good. I'm actually getting some of mine painted.
Are you?
Yeah. Ollie's doing it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
sweet. I am
Yep.
curious to see how those, because that was footsore stuff.
Yeah, it was the metal miniatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those footsore ones we ordered originally when we
Yeah.
very first got into it. All
Yeah.
those years ago.
I think he's doing like 6 Ashigaru or something for me.
Yeah,
Like
cool.
3 Spearmen, maybe 3 Bowmen,
Yeah.
maybe.
I want to go
Maybe
back
more.
in
Can't
with the concept of better underpainting skills like the slap chop.
Yeah.
I feel like those miniatures would be perfect for it. Just
wouldn't they?
clipping the edges of their armor and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
200 miniatures.
Nice.
We'll see how we go because I did 125 minis
Yep.
with one child.
Yep.
And now I'm trying to increase that, but I've got 2 children.
Yeah. So you turn the difficulty up by 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing on hard mode. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
I just need that big project at the start,
Yeah.
like those 60 minutes,
Get the
just
ball
to just
rolling.
steamroll it.
Yeah.
But I think,
Once you get that snowball effect, dude, I think you'll just power through it.
yeah, I think that's probably going to be Horus Heresy. Just build it all, prime it all, do it easy paint scheme and go. Here's a
And
game I'll never play, but done.
Yeah, and like Heresy Marines, right? They're not as detailed and not as ornate as
For sure.
as the 40k stuff. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you should be able to. I know where you're gonna struggle, and I reckon it's gonna be when you start having to pick out the details, like the
big
bolt
time.
guns and the eyes and stuff like
Yeah.
that, because that was your constant battle with your Grey Knights.
Yeah.
It was like they're so close to being done. I've done awesome blends on the power weapons and the armor.
Yeah.
All I need to do is like these little books on their shoulders.
Yeah. Never done.
Some red and some white.
Yeah, still
And
not
they
done.
would- no.
The worst part is when it gets to a point where, to me, I'm happy enough with it on the table for a game that I rarely play.
Yep.
And when it gets to that stage where it's not finished, but I look at it from 3 feet away and I'm like, yeah, cool. I could see that's Marines. They look good. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
cool. Your eyes are distracted by the cool blends on the silvers and the power
Yeah.
weapons that no one even notices there's no books or whatever missing because I only play this thing once a year. So that's my problem is, like you
Yeah.
said, the finishing touches just for the sake of finishing them.
Yeah.
So that is something I need to do. But 200 miniatures.
You can
we'll
do it.
see how we go.
You can
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is that a week? 52 weeks.
Yeah, it's 4 miniatures a week.
Yeah, cool. Shit, that's a lot of miniatures. No, yeah, 200. We'll do it.
You can do it. I reckon if you aim for 4 a week, you're not going to get it.
No.
You're going to have to get those 60 done in the first 2 months,
Yeah.
and then I reckon you'll be able to work your way through the rest of it.
A squad of something every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my goal.
Yeah.
So, like 20 miniatures a month, which is, like you said, the bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I need to
Yeah.
not think about it like that. The times I've slayed things is when I've just looked at a project like my Necrons and gone,
Yeah.
I'll just get this done.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yep.
that's the goal. So, if you have hobby goals, I want to jump in on this.
Yep.
leave, even if you're not listening on YouTube, something that would be cool is if you left a comment in our YouTube video for this episode saying what your hobby goals were, so that when we go to review it at the end of or start of next year, we'll go back to the YouTube video this time and we'll check out what the comments were and we'll see if you guys completed your hobby goals.
Yeah, and you can even reply to your own comment if you do.
Yes. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
And if you don't, we assume that you
failed miserably. And we'll be right there with you.
Yes.
Well, one of us will be. I don't know who. It's me. 200 miniatures. Come on, let's be real.
It's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
I'll help you with my airbrush.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Return the favor. Hey, I never even counted the miniatures I painted for you.
True.
Was that this year? I don't even know.
4.
Yeah. 129 miniatures. I'm upping it to 250 then.
Double one down.
Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for listening to us self-indulge ourselves by talking about our own things.
About how good our stuff was.
Yeah, how awesome are we? We did our goals and now we're upping it.
Yeah.
Just quickly before we end, do you find these goals beneficial to you at all, or is it something that you set forget? Yeah. I'm the same.
Yeah. I feel like I've set sort of short-term goals that have worked.
Yeah.
But a long-term goal, like for the year, it's a set and forget, dude.
Yeah.
It's not something that really sticks. I'd like to say this, maybe now I'll put more focus on it, but who are we talking? Who we kidding here?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I think maybe it would be more effective to do monthly goals.
Yeah.
But
even like, quarterly or something like that.
Yeah. It is tricky because I'm the same. But the reason I set and forget this one is because it was like 25 miniatures. I was I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if completing a goal would give me any extra motivation.
No.
It didn't.
No.
So it's like if you set a goal too lofty that it becomes impossible after the first 2 months. You forget it.
Yeah, you do. Of course you do. Something so unobtainable.
Yeah.
Of course, you're not even going to try.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you set it too easy, you don't even think about it. So
nah, you painted your 25th miniature and you just put it aside.
Yeah, exactly.
That should have been a crack a beer moment.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So I'm hoping with setting myself what I think is a more challenging but achievable goal.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will stay in my mind and keep me motivated so I can say, yeah, I did 200 miniatures.
Yeah.
But we'll review in a year and see if it's actually any extra motivation. Let us know what you think. Does it motivate you to have these massive goals, or are you better to go week by week, month by month?
Yeah. Play it by ear.
Yeah. Well, not by year specifically, but yes, I guess it's play it by ear, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Yeah. There you go.
Play
I'm a big
it by
dum-dum.
year.
Play it by year, or play it by week, or play it by year.
You do you.
Thank you.
Massive thank you to all you guys watching. All you guys that just click the buttons and watch the videos and like the things. It helps a lot. Helps us grow as a channel.
Yeah.
You can help us grow too by looking at our Patreon, considering there $2 a month you get early access to videos like this, battle reports, discounts, codes for merch for some of our higher tiers, and automatic entries
to all of our giveaways. You don't even have to know that we're having a giveaway. No, you're just automatically entered.
You leave your name with us. We put it in the hat.
Yeah.
That we have like a trained monkey draw from.
Yeah.
Trained to only draw Oliver and Test.
I was just about to say we had a we've had a person Harrison Solo with us since almost the start of the podcast.
Yeah.
On I think our $2 tier or something.
Yep.
And he recently won something, and I hit him up and I was like, "Hey man, by the way, I know you probably haven't listened to episodes in a while, but you won this."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, sweet, that's awesome." So be like Harrison.
Yeah.
Give us $2 every month. Forget about us, and maybe we'll hit you up one day and be like, "Hey, we've returned your money."
One day
in a giveaway.
You break even.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's all we ever want, is to break even in life.
That's kind of the vibe our podcast has. We're a break even kind of podcast.
Yeah.
So listening to us is a net even.
Yeah. Check out hobbyhomies.com for links to all this stuff. Also check out Binge Worthy Breakdown for breaking down of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Good show.
Good show.
Good podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And always massive shout out to our patrons. Of course, we've got Burnsy, Whack, Fine Dinosaur, MJ, Lethal, Moose, Penny, Gridlock, Battle Maps Jack, and Test the Duck Egg Green Lover.
We got Axe Annex. Check him out on YouTube. We got Elko Churchy. Also check him out on YouTube.
Check him out on YouTube.
He's got a few YouTube channels. He just dropped a sweet thing a few weeks ago. It's 20. Oh, Bannerlord. The Bannerlord was sweet, but also the 20 minutes of chill.
Oh, yes.
Which was a 20-minute playlist on. What's the channel called for that one, Churchy?
Churchy Music.
Churchy Music.
Yep.
Suss it out. Yeah.
It's also on Bandcamp.
It's also on Bandcamp. Yeah, it was sweet. I had it going all day at work today. It was dope. We've also got Rad. Thanks, Rad. We got Ollie, Hawkers, Aggro, Bravo 14, and Big Road. Roach. As this episode comes out, I'm about to jump on a plane and go visit Big Roach up in the big QLD. Probably see Moose and Lethal while I'm there. It's going to be sweet.
Do it.
I will.
Do it.
You don't need to tell me twice, but you
do it.
specifically told me twice, so
You wouldn't do it.
I will do it.
Better.
Thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you smashed your hobby goals this year. If
Hell
not,
yeah.
don't worry. You suck, but you can be better next year.
Wow. You suck. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we love you. Peace.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One